In the 18th century, porter, a new beer style, was developed in London. Stronger and heavily hopped versions, stout porters, became particularly popular in the Baltics and found favour at the court of Russian Empress Catherine the Great. Barclay and Perkins was a major exporter of London porter to the Russian court. By the end of the 19th century, the brew was known as Imperial Russian Stout. The Great Baltic Adventure was inspired by Tim O'Rourke, a brewer, all-round beer expert and lecturer at the London Institute of Brewing and Distilling. This impressive initiative is an attempt by contemporary British brewers to revive the tradition of Imperial Russian Stout and its forgotten 200-year history in Russia. A crew of 15 brewers and beer experts shipped from Greenwich, England, on the 60-foot Thermopylae clipper to recreate the route taken by Imperial Russian Stout in the 18th century, from England through Copenhagen, Stockholm and Helsinki, docking in St. Petersburg on the 15th of June 2011.
I think at the moment there's a really big revival of interest in all sorts of different traditional beer styles. He's got 14 different brewers to recreate the traditional beer, and we've brought it on the ship from Britain to see if the journey does change the flavour and the character of the beer. So we tasted all the beers in London, and tomorrow we taste them all again in St. Petersburg and then compare our notes and see what's changed.
On the 16th of June 2011, brewers from the Great Baltic Adventure crew came to Baltica breweries to brew old recipe Imperial Russian Stout in a limited volume of 300 litres. The authentic recipe, which was shared by Roddy McEwen, Beer Innovation Manager at Brasserie Kronenberg, was last brewed in 1972 by Scottish Courage.
Imperial Russian Stout is it's a fantastic story, going back hundreds of years to a time in history where the Russians adored Russian Stout, brewed in England. And I think that the British also really enjoyed producing it, sending it over, and for many, many years as well, the British enjoyed Russian Stout as well, and it was freely available in the pubs.
The beer is 22% original gravity, 10% alcohol by volume, brewed on a complex grain bill of pale, roasted and caramel malts, heavily hopped, top fermented and matured. It has a rich and complex aroma with differing amounts of roasted grains that can take on coffee, dark chocolate or burnt tones. The creation and revival of this historical brew and others are part of the Collaboration Brewing Initiative, a programme launched by Baltica Breweries in 2010.